When we start working in Photoshop, we want to make sure that we're using images that are larger in size. So I just want to take a quick look at how we should search for an image and download it. This will be a little bit of a review from Illustrator as well. I'm going to search for a person jumping. I'm going to go ahead and click on the tab that says Images. And then I want to go in here and choose, I believe it's Filters now is what it says. We can take a look at the size, and basically we're going to want to find a large or an extra large image. I'm going to stick with large. I think this is a more recent addition here. But that's going to ensure that we have a larger image area and set of pixels for us to work with. If I needed to look at the color, I could. I can also look at the type. Is it a photo, clip art, line drawing? You see the options. I don't know what this time is, so I don't use that. The license is an interesting one. We want to be aware of choosing images that are preferably free to share and use. Sometimes we need to clarify and narrow these down, but we want to make sure that we're not infringing any copyright issues. So now that we've chosen this large image, I'm going to find an image to use to make a selection. And for this particular purpose, I'm going to look for something that has a higher contrast. And that is not a stock photo. So how about this dog and this person jumping? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click here. That takes us to the larger image itself, and we can see here that it's a pretty big image. I'm going to go ahead and hold my control key and click, and then save image as. And of course, when I save this, I want to give it a name that I recognize. I'm going to avoid putting it in my downloads because, well, that's not a good place to put it. This little icon here to the right of where it says Where, I'm going to click on it so I can expand and see my options of where to save. I'm going to go ahead and put mine on my desktop. It is a JPEG image. I'm not changing that at all. And I'm going to hit save. I can see it's downloaded. And then just for sake of kind of showing you the difference here, if I wanted to download just this little image, I'm going to hit Control and click on it and hit Save Image As. You'll notice that the name is different. Sometimes it says Images. I think it depends on what browser you're using. But that TH is going to indicate that it's a smaller file size. So I'm going to hit Save. And I'm going to go ahead and go to Photoshop. And we're going to open. Hey, there's my husband. Hi. We're going to go ahead and open those two files. So I'm going to go to the File menu and choose Open. So unlike Illustrator, in Photoshop, we do open the images. So I'm in Desktop to Organize here. I want to go to my desktop. And there's my two images. So I can select two images by clicking on the first one, then holding Shift and clicking on the second file. And then choose Open. And what we're going to see is there's a definite file size difference between this one and the other one. So I will click on this one, and then if I hit the tab, look at how much smaller that image is. This is just a thumbnail of the image. And if I tried to enlarge this image at all, it's going to be pixelated. So if I zoom in, you can see already how fuzzy that is. Whereas if I zoom in on this one, it's nowhere near as fuzzy. Right? So here's this guy jumping. Here's this cute dog. So that's the importance of choosing a larger size image first.